Good morning from a really different looking yard. This is post-Hurricane Fiona, and we've cleaned up a little bit, but I haven't put the pots back out yet, so I'll be doing that in a little bit. So starting here in this garden, the good thing is that the portulaca is still looking rather good, but most things have been wind burnt, and as you can see, the largest part of this rose bush ended up snapping, so we did have to cut it off. And I have a container with a lot of cuttings in it that I will see if I can propagate. This is probably the oldest rose bush in my yard at the moment, next to the little white pet in the corner. And actually, I think with the that branch breaking off, we can actually fill this out a bit. But you can see the coleus and everything behind it were badly wind burnt. And then this bed with the two types of coleus, the lantana and such, everything is wind burnt. I even cut the daylilies down because even the greenery had taken a licking. So that's how everything's looking. The chicken coop didn't do too badly. Part of the roof came off. We really need to rebuild a new coop for these chickens and the small ones. The smaller ones are a little worse off. These plantain at the back, I really want to take out as we rebuild the coop. Over here, the coleus were just beaten. You see all the leaves on the red bougainvillea were wind burnt, but this was cut back after tropical storm, I think it's Alex, in June, so it didn't do as badly as this one. And this is the picture that I had put up when I did the video yesterday. It was lying down. Aiden cut a lot out of it, and then we've propped it up. You can see it's one of the hanging container pieces. So that's propping it up, and we're just hopeful that the roots weren't negatively affected and it'll come back. This little bed was actually protected by a lot of the leaves. Again, this area right here, we lost a lot of frangipani branches, but we had edited it a bit, so it's not nearly as bad as I've seen it in some years. But you can see where branches have snapped off versus being cut off. And I think that with the leaves and everything out, we don't have to worry about the coleus getting light, so that'll fill in. This hutch completely and totally was massacred. So you can see we only have the chickens in the top. They had a good old time down in the basement, but they can't use the bottom of this hutch anymore because everything fell apart during the storm. So we'll work on that. Interestingly enough, this rose came out, and it's looking rather nice. That's the Seven Sisters rose. This is the bed with the, let's see, that's the poinsettia, and then we have the Tuluna hibiscus and the angelonia in the back. So I might just clear out this bed a bit, cut back some of these, some of the branches, and put some annuals in there. We had this inside, so we put it out last night in order to get to the couch. And over here, it looks like the coleus got battered. The jasmine doesn't look too bad. And then the driveway. So nothing's out yet, as I said. And the Rose of Sharon hibiscus actually doesn't look too bad, but everything else has been wind burnt. So we might do some cutting back so that the leaves can flush out. On this side, I haven't cleared the leaves or anything as I did in the backyard, so that's something that'll probably happen tomorrow once we get the plants out today. And we actually have some roses that have come out, so I'm quite happy about that. So there is some color. The pigeonberry is just fried, and as you can see, the branch that used to go over the hutch is now gone. And then down this way, the pawpaw did pretty well. We've stood back up the Chinese hibiscus again. And this is actually, I guess it was somewhat protected. So once we get these bits and pieces out, it shouldn't look too bad. And then over here, yes, we'll probably cut this back a bit. And then finally, we took everything in, so this isn't bad at all. Plants are still down the stairs going to the basement, so those will come up shortly, and they don't look too bad. And then up front, the hibiscus have been battered, but all in all, not bad at all. So we'll do a video a bit later once everything is back out, and then see what we end up cutting back. So you have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye.